welcome back to Cash Flow Confidence. I'm Shelby Ashley, and I help business owners feel more confident about their cash flow. In today's episode, I want you to hear something loud and clear, and that is, revenue alone does not drive valuation. Predictability does. Revenue alone does not drive your valuation. It's how predictable that revenue is that drives your valuation. So what I mean is, you don't need more clients or more customers to make your business more valuable. What you really need is more predictable revenue, because whether you want to sell your business someday or you just want to run it with a lot less stress, recurring revenue is, we're starting at the top of the line. Like, that's one of the most no-brainer ways to increase the value of your business before anybody has even looked at anything after revenue, like your expenses and your cash flow. So in this episode, let's break down why recurring revenue increases your business's value, what investors and buyers are actually looking for, and then how to start shifting your business model, even if you're service-based, to something that's more stable and scalable and just overall sustainable. So why does recurring revenue drive value up so much? One thing you need to understand is that buyers and investors, especially investors, are basically allergic to risk. And you know what feels risky to them is a business that starts every single month at $0. What I mean is, whatever you made last month was just a one-time thing. And this month, you have to go chase that money all over again. That is not a good place to be. When your income resets at the beginning of each month, you're running on what I like to call the sales treadmill energy, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting for you, and it's very, very unattractive for any set of outside eyes on your business, whether that's a buyer, a banker, or an investor. On the other hand, recurring revenue gives your business stability, predictability, and it gives you the ability to forecast and plan with confidence. And so think of it like dating. A one-time fling might be exciting, but what buyers want is a long-term relationship. And so recurring revenue is the loyal partner. It's not, just some one-night stand that you're repeating each month. That's not going to lead to anything good, right? So when your business model includes ongoing retainers, subscriptions, or contracts, you instantly reduce risk and you're increasing your appeal. So let's say you have two businesses. One makes $1 million a year with inconsistent revenue. Some months are really great. Some months are absolutely dead. There's months where this business just goes, 1 or 2 months without making any revenue. And then a month will come in and they'll make $400,000. Let's take another business that makes a little less than $1 million. Say it makes $650,000, but it's consistent, it's monthly, and it's locked in. If you're a buyer looking at these two businesses, which one would you rather purchase? The one that's got higher revenue, but you're going to have to chase it every single month? Or the one that's got, a little bit less than that, but it's coming in no matter what? Buyers are going to pay more for consistency over chaos, because the consistency means they can step in and immediately they're going to start getting paid. There's cash flow from day one. They don't have to step in and then go start chasing money. Recurring revenue creates transferable value, meaning it doesn't rely on the business owner showing up every single day. If you have recurring revenue, you know that you don't have to work every single day in order for that revenue to come in. That's what makes your business a true asset. So let's say you're a business where you can't really imagine how recurring revenue might work for you. If you're listening to this right now and you're thinking that recurring revenue only works for software companies or subscriptions or things like that, I'm telling you, any business can build predictable revenue. It may not be the core of your revenue, but you can build predictable revenue no matter what business you're in. So I'll just give you some examples. Say you're a creative agency of some sort. You can turn these one-off projects into monthly retainers for ongoing content, ongoing design, ongoing strategy work, or, if you're a creative agency and you're working with a business who they've already got some in-house support, do a consulting basis, just kind of coach this business on how to do it themselves. That's something that could be offered as a retainer. Moving on, let's say you're a coach or you're a consultant. Offer some kind of membership, a monthly advisory retainer, or a quarterly planning package. That's a way to turn that into recurring revenue. Or let's say you're a done-for-you kind of service provider. Package your deliverables into a monthly maintenance or monthly optimization plan. Or maybe you're a course creator. Add recurring coaching or community subscriptions or something like that. I'm seeing a lot of even like retail, especially online type businesses moving to some kind of like membership or subscription. I think like Fabletics is an example. You have to pay to be a member for their website, and then you get to shop at, X amount of rates. If you sell like a physical thing, there's a wine seller here in town that I was just talking to this about. I told him, start selling some kind of subscription where people that pay for this subscription get wine at a discount. Things like that you just know is going to be some sort of predictability. The goal isn't to change what it is that you're offering, it's just changing how it's structured. So think long-term partnership and not just a one-time deliverable, hope I see you again kind of deal. So if you've never had recurring revenue and you'd really like to start, here's how you can kind of dip your toe in and see if it works for you. Identify first what it is that your clients need ongoing. If you have clients that are coming back to you, what are they coming back to you for? What ongoing value could you provide if you stayed in their world for just a little bit longer? And if they're not coming back to you, do some deep diving into your business and see, okay, what could I create that they would be coming back to me and saying, like, I still need your help. And then that'll kind of give you a starting point. And then you want to bundle the result, not the task. So recurring revenue works best when you sell the outcome, not the hours. So think of things like, we'll keep your funnel optimized if you're some kind of ad agency, or we'll handle your ongoing tax strategy if you're a CPA firm, or we'll make sure your content stays relevant and performing if you're like a social media manager. What you're doing here is you're messaging so that you're selling the outcome. You're not selling how many hours you're going to work on something. Like imagine going to your accountant to have your taxes done and they're like, great, it's going to take me 15 hours. And then they just like stick their hand out for a check and you're like, I couldn't care less. Are my taxes getting done or not? Like you care about the outcome. Or if you have like a plumber come out to your house or something, it's probably, I'd be glad if it only takes somebody 10 minutes. I'm going to pay them the same amount if it takes somebody 2 hours, as long as I can still have running water and flushing toilets. You know what I mean? On that, you want to make sure you price your services for retention. So recurring offers should feel like a no-brainer. They're easier to sell when they solve like an ongoing pain point, or they protect something that the client already values. So like with me, I offer ongoing CFO advisory services. And so my clients really value having an ongoing forecast that they can look at each month and an ongoing, okay, here's where you're at. Now let's problem solve and figure out what you need to do this month in order to increase your cash flow. So you're kind of solving an ongoing problem and you're at the same time protecting something that they really value. And then the final piece of advice I'd add, if you're thinking about setting something up for recurring revenue, is add some structure to it. So you've heard me, drill down on SOPs. SOPs is because they're so important. Create something simple like a deliverables list or like a consistent billing cadence and a smooth onboarding flow. So that way, the more structured it is, the more trust your clients and customers are going to have in you. Like if you're surprising them with a different bill each month, you're not going to keep your customers for very long. And the thing with recurring revenue is it's not just predictable, but it also lowers the amount of clients and customers you actually need. You don't need 100 clients on, all these one-off projects. You just need 20 loyal ones on some kind of retainer. And that's how recurring revenue makes room for your life. You can stop waking up in panic mode, wondering where your next client's going to come from. This allows you to plan ahead, pay yourself consistently, and make higher quality decisions because you're not in survival mode every day. Like imagine waking up every day and your kitchen is like reset the night before. Like everything in your kitchen is gone and you're like, great, now I got to go out and forage and get some food again. But this way, you wake up, there's food in your kitchen still, and you can just pick what you want to eat really fast and go on about your life. That's what recurring revenue can do for you. And so if you're, thinking about selling or wanting to increase the value of your business, this is the kind of thing that buyers look at. And then on the flip side, if you're wanting to purchase a business in the future, think about these things. Don't jump into a business where the revenue is being chased after every single month or every single week. So this is just really like the biggest way to add more stability and more cash flow to your business without having to go and chase more clients. And so what I want to challenge you to do this week is ask yourself, what part of my business could become more predictable? Can you offer a retainer? Can you build some kind of membership? Can you create some kind of monthly audit or optimization service? You can start small, dip your toe in, see how you like it, see how your clients like it. Offer one recurring offer, one client, one contract, see what kind of feedback they have. It also wouldn't hurt to reach out to all of your customers and say, hey, is there something that, if you've thought of offering a subscription or a membership, like what would you like to see in it? What would you be willing to pay? What would you not want to have in it? Get some feedback before crafting an offer. This is really one of the easiest and first steps to building a business that's going to start to pay you back and really give you more freedom. All right, that's all I have for this week. See you guys.